Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Sergey and I'm the owner of Ninovo Custom Jewelry. We make custom engagement rings here in Los Angeles. And we also make these videos that hopefully help you to make a right choice when you buy your engagement ring, whether from us or somewhere else. In this specific video, we're going to be talking about the price differences between the natural and the lab diamonds as it is right now in 2024. I also have the separate video where I'm talking about lab and the natural diamonds in general. Check it out right over here or in the description below. But in this video, we're only going to be talking about the pricing, although I'll mention some of the most common questions at the end. This video is going to be separated in the 3 chapters. In the first one, of course, we're going to be talking about the pricing. That's why you're here in this video. In the second part, I'm going to be talking about the general trends of pricing, whether they're increasing, decreasing, or what is going on in the market right now, and what possibly going to happen in the future. And in the third part, I'm just going to answer all of the most common questions. In order to make it easier, separated it into the 3 categories. 1-carat diamonds, 2-carat diamonds, and the 3-carat diamonds. And that's the most common sizes of engagement ring center stones. So let's start with the 1-carat stones in the first place. As for 2024, the prices slightly dropped. They always going back and forth with the natural diamonds, but in general, they growing. At the moment, we're looking at $4,000 and $6,000. Of course, the prices goes all the way up to like 8,000 or so. So correctly would be to say that the pricing is right between like 4,000 and 8,000. But the good stone you're gonna get somewhere around $6,000. What about the lab stone? The lab stones we're looking at 1,000 to 2,500. Again, depending on the inclusions, depending on the color, and sometimes depending on the vendor too, who sells you the stone overall. If you have the established relationship with the suppliers, of course, the price is going to be lower. As in our case, if we buying like 10, 15 stones at the same time, of course, price is going to be lower. With the natural diamonds, when you move into the 2-carat size from the 1-carat, it doesn't mean that the price is going to double. But we're looking somewhere between like $10,000 and $20,000. And why is this such a huge gap between those numbers? Again, it depends on the color, on the inclusions, on the cut, and everything like that. Lots of people wants to have the 2-carat stone, but the budget might not be there. So in this case, there's a slightly yellowish stones with a little bit of inclusions here and there. Like those stones, if you're looking at the bottom of the market, they're going to be around 10K. Is it a bad choice? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a bad choice. It's definitely worth the money on a daily basis. When you're going to start applying like the lotions and everything, you might even notice the difference. At the same time, if you really want like the perfect stone, the perfect color, no inclusion, nothing, then we're talking close to $20,000. But in general, we're looking at $15,000. The lab stone going to cost between $3,000 and $7,000. Over here, the good stone going to be somewhere right in between. I'm not really sure why you would choose the lab diamond with a decolor and perfect everything, because it's going to be on the border with natural stone. But in general, you can see that the price difference is dramatic. Things getting more interesting when we're going into the 3-carat category. Prices over here can vary dramatically. It can go from $20,000 to $50,000. I wouldn't honestly suggest to look at the lower bottom over here, because those stones, they are quite large and you can see the inclusions, you can actually see the colors. So you want to spend a little bit more over here, but at the same time, you not necessarily need to go to the $50,000 range. That's just the best of the best stones. Also, for the sake of comparison over here, I'm talking about the round stones, let's say, but the shape of the stone would affect the price a lot as well. When we're talking about the lab stones, we're talking about between 8 and 15,000. So in a few words, that's how the prices looks like. So now when we've talked about the pricing, let's talk about the pricing trends in general, and let's talk about the resale value as well. If you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, like in 20, 30-year range. The prices of the natural diamonds always growing because they are made in earth. Although there is some fluctuation, for example, like during the pandemic, for example, prices of the diamond grew dramatically, like the 1-carat was getting to like a $10,000 range or so. Right now they a little bit dropped, but still not significantly. Overall, the prices of the diamonds constantly growing. On the opposite side, with the lab stones, we see that the prices per carat steadily decreasing because production getting cheaper, the technology getting cheaper overall, and the vendors also dropping the prices. So this one going to be naturally growing, again with the slight fluctuations here and there, and this one going to be going down. What is the resale value? In general, resale value of the diamonds is pretty good. Like, they are pretty stable on the market. I wouldn't call them as a good investment or anything like that. Not really, unless you buy an investment stones and investment diamonds, and there is a separate category of them. They generally decolor, which is almost never makes sense to use in a jewelry. They absolutely perfect. But if it's happened that you need to sell it, you always can sell the natural diamond for about the same what you bought it. The resale value of the lapstone almost doesn't exist really. No one really need the lapstone because people don't. Understanding those trends is actually very crucial. You need to decide for yourself what are you into. If you just want to, let's say, relocate your money into the different form, then the natural diamond is actually pretty good idea. But at the same time, if you consciously want to get as big of a stone as possible, as good looking stone as possible, you don't really care about resale value, because at the end of the day it's an engagement ring. It's supposed to stay forever in the finger. Yeah, you cannot really separate that this is a good choice, this is a bad choice, or vice versa. It all depends on your specific goals. And the first and the most common question is whether lab stones, lab diamonds are real. Is it a fake diamond? No, it's actually not. The natural stone is just made in earth. It just takes the billions of years to make it. And the lab stone obviously made in a laboratory. That's the only difference. Second question is whether the natural diamonds are always a good investment. I would say in the mid-term, it's a good investment overall if you're choosing between this two specifically. But if you're comparing the diamond, natural diamond, as an investment to any other type of investment that is out there, I don't think the diamond's going to be even in the middle somewhere, because the prices do grow, but not as much as the other assets that you might invest to. Let's say you got your 1-carat stone and you approaching 10-year or 20-year anniversary, something like that, and you want to upgrade your engagement stone to 2-carat, 3-carat, let's say, for some reason. You can easily sell this one and put those money into the new engagement ring. Where in this case, you're not really going to sell it. Well, you maybe sell it for $500 or so, but no more than that. The third question, whether lab diamonds lack the sentimental value or those kind of things. In my personal opinion, the value doesn't come from the size of the stone or the cost of the stone itself. It also comes from the effort that you invested. How well you know your partner, what details you included in the design that reflect your partner, whether it's resonated with it, like your recognition of how special your love and your partner is. That's where the sentimental value comes from, not from the stone. And the last question, whether it's ethically sourced and safe for the environment. There is no question about the lab diamonds. Both of them will be reasonably saved as a purchase, but lab stone, of course, would be always guaranteed as the ethical purchase, if you will. In our specific case, when we purchase in the stone, and what comes to the natural diamonds, we always purchase it from one supplier. We know where they get in the stone, we have all of the certification, and if you need them, we can send it to you with your stone, the copy of those certification for you to make sure. I hope I answered all of the questions that you might have about the pricing of the lab stone, lab diamonds and the natural diamonds in this video. Of course, you might have any other questions. Please leave them in the comments or just contact me directly. I'll be happy to answer, and with each of your questions, I'm learning something new every time. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.